When you hear the word summer, what comes to mind? Let me guess. Nice weather, ice cream, beaches, and vacation. We Americans associate the summer with positive memories, whereas 5,733 miles away in Egypt, the word summer holds a different meaning. Egyptian girls associate summer with fear of female genitalia mutilation season. Female genitalia mutilation, also known as FGM, is a procedure that involves partial or total removal of the external female genitalia. FGM is illegal and inhumane. The name itself, female genitalia mutilation, suggests it is inhumane, and it violates children and women's autonomy rights. It also causes chronic pain due to the instruments used to perform the procedure are not sanitary and no anesthesia is given to the victims. Major health complications such as long-term effects consist of prolonged labor, decreased mortality rate of pregnant women and their children, and psychological trauma. Infertility, childbearing is a major long-term effect of FGM for many women. No medical value. There is no medical benefit. It only creates mental and health complications which are irreparable. More than 125 million girls and women have undergone FGM procedure in 30 countries across the Middle East, Africa, and Asia. 1 in 4 of those women live in Egypt. Even though the procedure has been outlawed since 2008, it is still widely practiced in Egypt. In the case of Suhair al-Batta versus Dr. Fadl, on June 13, 2013, 13-year-old Suhair al-Batta's father took her to a private clinic where the doctor illegally performed the FGM procedure at request of Suhair's father. Suhair did not survive the operation. She died an hour and a half after the procedure was performed. Her cause of death was due to shock trauma. In an attempt to settle the death of Suhair with al-Batta's family, Dr. Fudal offered the al-Batta's family 20,000 Egyptian pounds, which is equivalent to $2,900 for them to keep quiet about the incident. Unfortunately for him, the al-Batta's family filed a police report against the doctor saying Suhair died as a result of FGM complications. Months after her death, the family reconciled with Dr. Fadel. Following the reconciliation, a lawsuit was filed against both Dr. Fadel and Suhair's father by multiple Egyptian right groups. In January 2015, Dr. Fadel became the first doctor to be convicted of female genitalia mutilation. He was sentenced to 2 years and 3 months in prison. Suhair's father was not prosecuted for her death. Prior to the procedure, Suhair expressed fear of the operation and had begun already saying goodbye to her friends and family members, one sister stated. On the BBC News interview with Suhair's best friend, Amira stated, "It is a very bad thing for girls. There is no need for it. It is wrong because it is very dangerous." Amira continued to go on and state that it's a custom of the area. The problem is the mentality of the farmers. In the eyes of farmers, the procedure is permissible because this procedure dates back to the 5th century BC, so the custom is deeply embedded in the culture. Other reasons are due to religious. Even though there is no clear indication of FGM being permissible, villagers and extremists of Christian and Islamic faith interpret the term in circumcision through the biblical and Quranic texts as it being permissible. Psychological and cultural reason is it is a form of initiation into womanhood. Economic reason is it ensures women are ready to be wed. hygiene and aesthetic reason, the genitalia is viewed as dirty and ugly. The removal of the genitalia would be cleansing and beautifying the vagina. Lastly, psychological reason, control women's sexuality, encourages virginity for marriage, and increases male sexual pleasure. My solution to Suhair's case and future FGM victims is to promote health classes in schools so to inform young girls of the dangers and effects of FGM. In doing so, you are enlightening the next generation of the wrongdoings of this procedure and how there's more damage than good, and in the long term, it will change the upcoming generations and influence them to avoid it and to protest and fight against it because it is against their autonomy rights. Second solution is to get the organizations into creating information desks in public areas, and even to go a step further and then go into the villages in Egypt, such as Benha and Saada, to inform the villagers as well as the farmers of the risk factors of the procedure. In doing first solution as well as the second, you're not only targeting the next generation, but you are also informing and enlightening the root of the issue, which is the traditions and the culture of the older generation. Lastly, advertising of organizations such as WHO, the World Health Organization, throughout the US and globally. This simple action will create an awareness and shine light on the issue of female genitalia mutilation. This will not only increase the activists and organization members' population, but also get more people to have more knowledge and enlighten the ones that are ignorant to the topic, so as to get them involved as well as fight for something that they should know is theirs. If these three solutions are actively done and influencing the youth as well as informing the elder generation, we will not only be reducing FGM procedures, but also have a closer chance and getting just that step further to abolishing it completely in Egypt. Thank you.